Calm down, because I'm going to go live on YouTube.
Who can calm down in a moment like this?
Starting your meeting for YouTube Live. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try that.
I feel good about it.
There will be no cart. Look, we're on live on YouTube, everybody. Woohoo! Okay, I'm not going to play the cart this day. I'm just going to start the show. So here we go. There is a coin shortage. So a cash-strapped aquarium is draining their waterfall and scooping up a few grand in wishes. The money will be used to care for and feed the fish, the ones that the desperate unpaid staff hasn't eaten. Let's start the show.
In a cabin, going crazy, 'cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine. We've been quarreling, we've been snarling, oh my darling wife of mine. It's a toilet paper zombie apocalypse, so we're here in quarantine.
Hello and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. That way you can make sure your stream is solid and prepare your home to be quiet, except for laughing and clapping, of course. Facebook and Instagram sometimes chime when you get a message. These chimes are audible to everyone in the Virtual Comedy Show, so please turn off notifications and all other sounds on your device. Don't know how? Google it. That's why you're here 15 minutes early. Though we love kids and pets, a comedy club is not a good place for them. They don't understand the need for quiet, and the jokes are not intended for them, especially cats. No sense of humor at all. Please, no pets or kids at the Virtual Comedy Show. Please don't heckle or chat at your table. It's more fun for you if you can hear others laugh, and more fun for others if they can hear you laugh. So keep your mic on and laugh all you like. But with 100 mics on, we may hear coughing or barking dogs or screaming babies or attacking zombies. And this can easily drown out the comedian. Please place your phone or other device 6 feet from you so we don't hear every breath you take. And mute your device if your area becomes filled with noisy zombie dog babies. And once you vanquish those zombies, unmute yourself. If you're not sure how, ask us via the chat system, aka typing, and we will help you. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. We've all been in our pajamas for weeks. No one will judge your hair, we promise. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle. And let's make our strange quarantine world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goody. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Todd Link!
Live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell!
Yay! Hello, YouTube Live! Hello, not Facebook Live. Hello, Zoe and Mr. Goody. Hello, JC. Hello, folks. Hello, Todd, of course, is here. Valerie, is everyone doing okay? I hope everyone's okay. We're starting a tad late because we couldn't get the Facebook Live to work, but we're going to have a great show anyway, and thank you all for coming. So, all right, this is it. Todd, you haven't been here before, so this is where I start the jokes. Are you ready?
First time, long time.
First time, long time. Never. First time, not yet. So, okay, so here it is, joke number one. By the way, little change at the end today. So, at his court hearing for forcibly touching 3 women while drunk in a bar, Cuba Gooding Jr. wore his Black Lives Matters mask, which is admirable, but not so good. He also wore his Chicks Dig Me When I'm Drunk underwear. That's cute, isn't it?
That's cute.
Okay, good.
Had me at underwear.
Right, so, that's right. So gym prohibition has hit California. I don't know if you know this, but all gyms, Todd is a very muscular man, you'll all see when he comes on. All gyms are illegal in California. Trainers and spin classes can be a reason for arrest and fines. 3 burpees at a Renegade Planet Fitness, they throw the book at you. But people got to pump. So a large number of speakeasy gyms have been opened. One from Arnold Schwarzenegger. To get in, you just knock 3 times, say, "I'll be back," and then get the nanny pregnant. That's because he's a big scumbag. He gets people pregnant. Okay. Anyway, where are we? So much great time. Oh, hey, Russia has created the first COVID vaccine. Who's heard this?
I've heard that.
Raise your hand if you've heard this, everybody. Yes. And they named it Sputnik 5 to mock America and prove that Soviet science is superior. The Trump administration replied, "What science?" Okay.
Nice.
Putin, that's just the little joke. Putin said that the rushed and unstudied, non-peer-reviewed vaccine is just fine. He even had one of his 2 daughters take both doses. Putin said he is sure little expendable Putin will be fine. Because he's got 2. Okay. Russians say the new vaccine will not be as popular as the country's previous COVID treatment of 12 shots of vodka while watching Octopussy. Okay, JC, you have to have your mic on if you're going to laugh. See, that's she says no. She says, see, you don't get if your mic's off and you're laughing. I saw her laughing. You have to have your mic on. So, okay, Joe Biden.
Fine.
Okay, thank you. You're so lovely. Thank you.
Until the dog
Now
starts
you'll hate.
barking.
Now you'll hate everything. Okay, where was I? Oh, Joe Biden tapped Kamala Harris. Is that how you say her name? Kamala Harris.
No,
So Joe Biden
Kamala.
tapped Kamala Harris as his running mate.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Cosmola?
Kamala.
Kamala.
Kamala. That's what I'm saying.
Kamala.
Spartacus.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Camelot. Okay. We've lost control. Stop it. Joe Biden tapped Kamala Harris as his running mate, but then was reminded that Harris is a woman who will break off a wandering finger, so he just asked. He's not going to tap. There won't be any tapping. Okay. I look around. Oh, so Trump is so certain all of his followers will never stray. He admitted this week he is going to try and destroy Social Security and stop the Postal Service from delivering mail so there can be no mail-in voting. Trump press secretary misinformation Barbie pointed to this as absolute proof the president isn't always golfing. I'll fight. I'll fight right here. Okay, let's see. I've got a couple more. Hey, there's one in the hopper. Let's get that. Okay, in his new book, longtime Trump lawyer and friend and convicted felon Michael Cohen called the president a bully, a racist, a predator, a con man, and accused him of cheating in the 2016 election. So ever think that Biden would win in a landslide if we could just get a few of Trump's followers to work for him for a week? I wrote that one right before the show, and I never read it. I didn't read it more than once. Not working out. Okay, so by the way, Biden's lawyer's response was, "Creepy doesn't sound that bad now, does it?" Okay, well, I'm looking around. The jokes are rough. I might just bail, but I do want to do this. I want to do a public service announcement. This show, and this is basically serious. COVID makes you think a lot about how different people react to pathogens and bites and viruses and bacteria. I personally have never really had trouble. I run in the woods every day, basically, and I destroy like 10 spider webs. And whenever I stop, there's at least 3 spiders hanging from me, swinging off my back, saying, "Do another lap, fat boy." I get ticks and they spit me out and jump off. When I get a mosquito bite, when a mosquito bites me, it lasts maybe 10 minutes and their babies die. So I never have a problem, and I've always been good. Now, my wife is a different story. She could get chiggers from the Best Buy. So what I want to talk about is my wife was recently trimming a bush. And no, a bush, sicko. Okay, stop with the look. A bush. Okay. And something landed on her leg, and just its presence caused a 3-week bruise. I mean, she has to deal with a lot more. Like, I had a spider crawl in my mouth once and bite my lip, and the swelling was gone before I pooped Charlotte out. So I'm just saying. So I rarely get affected, but my wife needs a tetanus shot if she meets a person named Rusty. So thanks. And my daughter might be taking after my wife because she took a research trip to Costa Rica, and she got a case of salmonella so badly, the CDC called and asked her if she was craving bat. And really, one more from me. I had 30 leeches on my leg once after putting in a dock in a lake, and I asked them to leave, and they did. Now, the point is, we are all different, and vulnerable people benefit so much from vaccines and staying safe. I feel like if I brought home COVID, I wouldn't know it until my wife rented a ventilator, so I'm not going to bring it home. So if you're out there listening, stop the conspiracies, listen to real science, wear the mask, get a vaccine when it's ready. Nobody is chipping you, and we can all get back to hating each other in public together. Okay, that's my public address. Let's get on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on after that mumbling thing. Let's look at him. He looks beautiful. It's Steve Goody, everybody. Come on, let's hear it for him.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Brad. That was fantastic. Next time we do that, I like Pomp and Circumstance to be playing behind you through that whole thing. I think
that would be good.
Be nice. It would be classic.
Well, I was running today, and it's getting worse and worse with all the people that really just are, that not only don't care, they're just hateful of what's really true. And I think we could be a lot better off. Kids could be better at school. We could do a lot more. So go ahead, Steve.
I think also, Brad, if you don't mind, if you can tell 30 leeches to leave just by asking them to leave, could you write a letter to the White House?
I don't have to. They're all committing crimes. They go to jail.
I just hope it, yeah. Okay. Before I do the top 10 list, that's right. We have a top 10 list as we do every week. This is our 19th one. I got a couple slides here. Look, ultimatehalloweenparty.com. Brad and I did a thing that's supposed to be at Edinburgh right now. Right now, we're supposed to be in Edinburgh, but it all got canceled. And, there's another shot from our fabulous video. And, there's another one. Just thought I would tell you that. If you go to ultimatehalloweenparty.com and look at stuff and buy stuff, that'd be really great. Now for our big top 10 list. As you know, as Brad pointed out, we have a vice presidential running mate with Joe Biden. It's Kamala Harris. And that's why our top 10 list tonight is top 10 things Kamala Harris might be saying to Joe Biden right now. We don't know exactly what she's saying. These are the top 10 things she might be saying to Joe Biden right now. Number 10. I'm so glad you forgot about that thing I said in that debate. Number 9. I'm so glad you forgot about that other thing I said in that other debate. These are the top 10 things Kamala Harris might be saying to Joe Biden right now. Number 8. Aviators are so 1879. Sunglasses. All right. Number 7. I've just been Biden my time. Ooh. Kamala is French for likes awful puns. Number 6. So what does the vice president actually do? No, wait. That was Sarah Palin 12 years ago. Number 5. I can see Russia from the White House. Hint, it's in the White House. These are the top 10 things Kamala Harris might be saying to Joe Biden. Number 4. How about we do this thing? Okay. Number 3. Joe, that means I'm ready to bring sanity and security back to these United States with you. Okay, nothing. Good. Number 2. Joe, wake up. Number 1 thing Kamala Harris might be saying to Joe Biden right now, let me do the talking.
Yes, exactly. Well, I think you needed pomp and circumstance behind you.
You may be right. Look, Ultimate Halloween Party. You should go there. That would be really.
Everyone should go there. It is the cutest little thing and the most wonderful show. And I hope everybody does it so that we can actually get on stage someday and do this beautiful show that is not political in any way. That was Steve Goody, my friends. So, before I do that, I'm going to say this, too. All of our guests today, Todd and Lauren and Jeff Shaw and Steve and I, we're all out there on everything. Please come find us and get our stuff. We have albums, we have music, we have CDs, we have comedy. You can bring us to your place for shows. And everyone wants to bring this young lady for a show. She asked me the run of the show, and I never told her, so bring her up. It's Lauren Mayer, everybody. Yay! How are you, Lauren?
Okay. I got to turn on my speaker. I was going to do that with my mic off and turn my.
I am so sorry. This show is a surprise show. It's where we just
Fine.
throw you in and you have to be ready. So
Okay,
what have you
I'm
been
here.
doing, Lauren?
How am I doing?
What have
am
you
I
been doing?
Either
I've
one.
been doing okay. You know, I mean, I've gotten to the point where my computer is heckling me, so I think I've gotten this virtual comedy thing going. I'm teaching a few lessons online, and I'm the one who writes a topical comedy song every week about current events. Let's just say there has been no shortage of material.
Oh my gosh, no kidding.
I decided that even the political stuff that I do is a little more angry than funny, so I thought I would just do something more about life. This is actually the title song from my very first album, but it's still relevant today because of all the moms who are handling distance learning and shelter in place way too perfectly. So this is my musical revenge fantasy. And then if you have time, I have a real
Angry. Something angry. Angry.
Yes.
We have nothing but time.
How's the volume on that? My track?
That's all right.
So this is my little costume for my props. See, I've got costumes and props. Judy was the queen of being organized, a working mom who multitasked. 3 well-dressed kids with lovely manners. She did it all with 5 cross-referenced planners. Never missed a game, found time to exercise. PTA president, 'cause they asked. She cooked from scratch, gourmet everything. Her kids had never heard of Burger King. Oh, Judy, you're scaring me, doing everything so perfectly. Someday you're gonna lose your cool and you'll be thrown for a loop. Psycho supermom. That's nice thing about being a songwriter. I can write a revenge fantasy. Now Judy figured things were smooth and clear, so adding more would be a breeze. Joined 2 book clubs, she's an avid reader, which left enough time to be a Girl Scout leader. Worked for a promotion, kept up her career, learned to speak fluent Cantonese. Showed her husband she was in her sexual prime, and decoupaged the driveway in her spare time. Oh, Judy, you're scaring me, doing everything so perfectly. You've taken on an awful lot, you know you ought to regroup. Psycho supermom. Work got more stressful with one thing or another. Then her younger son's class needed a new room mother. She was hanging on by a thread till her cell phone died. And that's when poor Judy broke down and cried. Then that night when her white sauce wouldn't properly thicken, she went after her kids with a rotisserie chicken. Oh, Judy, you're scaring me, doing everything so perfectly. We knew you'd hit a major bump, always jumping through hoops. Psycho supermom. Here's the moral of the story. Despite the best plans we have laid, and how the magazines try to persuade, no one can do it all, I'm afraid. Even Carol Brady had a full-time maid. Oh, Judy, you're scaring me, doing everything so perfectly. We knew you'd lose it by and you'd be flying the coop. Psycho supermom. Oh, she seems so calm. She's a ticking bomb. Psycho super mom.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Come on, everybody.
Thank you. I want a real quick political song.
Sure, go ahead, quick.
Yeah.
Go, do
My
it.
response to the Trump administration blocking investigations into any of the policies they're doing, his wall, his coronavirus response, his tax returns, his school transcripts, his mismanaging of the postal service. I call it the world's shortest political protest song. If you've got nothing to hide, why act so defensive? Only someone who lied need be so apprehensive. If there's nothing damning inside, what you release should be extensive. But the way you obstruct and the questions you duck make you look as guilty as, frankly, you probably are.
Yeah, nice job. Let's hear it for Lauren.
Thank you.
Here, everybody. And you can go to, is it laurenmayer.com? What is your website?
LaurenMayer.com.
laurenmayer.com.
And
by the way,
oh,
if you want to
YouTube,
find
that's
her,
Psycho
YouTube what?
On YouTube, my channel is Psycho Supermom.
Oh, that's very fun. Psycho Supermom, please go there. Although, don't go to Alexa because she just can't find you. It's really weird. We tried like 20 songs.
Go
Go
website,
everywhere else.
everything is there, and I do put out a new song every week. So,
Oh, that is so great. I write
I think I
five
found
bad
Lauren.
jokes.
If you say Alexa, play Decoupage the Driveway.
Let's try it. No.
I was
Decoupage
kidding.
The Driveway by Little Peep. Alexa,
Oh, I
stop.
always mix them up. I'm sorry. My mistake.
Isn't that
Thanks
weird?
for trying,
Isn't that weird?
Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for trying. Well, we tried and it didn't work. So thank you so much. That's so sweet. So now I'm going to move right along because that was beautiful. I'm going to bring up a gentleman that I have known for many years, and he has always been one of the funniest, nicest fellas. Let's hear it for Todd Link, everybody. Clap for Todd. Todd, of course, is coming to us from the war in Iraq, I think. Good to see you.
And in fact, this is a Van Gogh on the wall next to me. I take it everywhere, and I just put it on the wall behind me in any hotel.
That is fantastic.
Great.
You know, wait, Todd, before you start, and then I'll say go. This is the kind of show where I just say go, and then you do like 10 minutes. But first, I want to ask you a couple questions. First of all, are you okay with how the show's going? I've never asked. You could be like a big Trump supporter.
No, I'm actually a libertarian politically. I think they're all crooks. That's
They are.
on all of it. So I'm probably the least political person you're ever going to meet in your life. That's for sure. And I think Kamala was probably a good pick by Biden. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, Todd has been headlining. My God, how many years have you been headlining? 15?
I've been doing comedy about probably about 25, headlining about 50.
Oh, really?
I've been opening for Jimmy Walker for the last 10 years, so I don't.
Yes.
Obviously I feature for him, and then I headline some other places when we're not together, which obviously we haven't been doing a whole lot of the last few months, obviously.
How is Jimmy?
Jimmy has his good days and his bad days. He hasn't. This is like the longest he's gone without performing. He said like in almost 50 years. I mean, he is working literally 45 weeks a year. So having this much time off, it's starting to grate on him a little bit. But he has a few shows coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see what happens.
Does he want to do this show?
Yeah, I can't see why not. I'll definitely ask him.
Ask him and do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have learned Todd is more famous than all of us in every way, and now he's going to talk for 10 minutes straight. Go.
Well, Bradley, I think the name for this show, the Virtual Comedy Show, is the perfect name because all of us not having shows for the last 4 months, pretty much we're all virtually broke. So I think that's a perfect show. And I must say, Brad Tassell is like the one guy in comedy who may have even better hair than me. I've got to be honest. Your hair is pretty good, sir. Don't sell yourself short. But this is, obviously something new for all of us. Obviously, none of us are used to going this long without working. So hopefully things will get better soon. We heard that the last 4 months, so we'll see what happens. What have you been doing to stay busy? I know you've been writing a lot, been doing this show. Do you have any gigs booked in the future?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, I have nothing booked in the future. So nothing. I have nothing booked in the future. I will be teaching a presidential poems class to one kid in California on Monday.
Okay, so you got at least something on the calendar. Although I will say the Psycho Supermom song was outstanding. I smell Grammy, and reminds me of my last girlfriend. So it kind of hit close to home on that one. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
For that song. So good for
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. So the guy that Todd and I did a gig at a marina, which was a good gig. They were nice people, except they were not being safe, and I ran screaming in every direction and wore a mask. But he came up to me and he goes, "By the way, this is a family show. Todd has been a little edgy out there, and what I want you to do now is do the edgy stuff you did that was edgy for that crowd."
Well, it's funny because he said, be PG-13. So I didn't. I said can I say graphic words on the show? Or are we being?
You can't say the F word.
No.
Or okay. So yeah, go ahead. No, I want to hear like 3 or 4 minutes at least of what you were doing at that show that I missed.
Yeah, because you were doing this show while I was on stage.
That's right.
So he said, "Todd, we got to keep it PG-13." I go, "That's fine. No problem there." So I said the SH word a couple of times, which was that is PG-13 to me.
Sure.
And I didn't know that I had gone out of bounds.
Yes, but I want to hear the exact material right now. I want to hear it.
Well, let's see. The one joke I said, I was on the way to the show tonight. I get behind this guy coming in on the road. He has a bumper sticker on his car that says, "If you don't like the way I'm driving, dial 1-800-EAT-SHIT." Yeah, so I called it, and it was Taco Bell. So,
Oh, yeah.
That's edgy.
That's edgy.
That's very edgy. I said I'm a big football fan. Are you guys football fans? Are you sports fans at all?
Yay.
Go sports.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because college football looks like it's not going to happen, at least for a lot of conferences. A couple of conferences still happen. But I said, well, I'm a big football fan. And of course, it's mostly guys who watch football. So because of that, most advertising during games is naturally geared towards men. Like if you watch the NFL draft last month, the draft is 3 nights long. I love football. I watched all 3 nights, but man, I'll tell you, if I see one more commercial for those stupid Insight penis enlargement pills, I am going to go broke. So
that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. And then I said, well, I'm kidding, girls. There was a table of like 4 girls in the front, about 20 to 25. And I said, "You're joking around. In real life, I actually have a very large penis. I just don't have it with me." And that got a big laugh. Great. I mean, almost every joke I did got a laugh, and I kept it within the parameters I thought of family entertainment. So maybe because there weren't any kids there. He said kids, but there were some teenagers, but no kids.
Yeah.
Oh, they've never heard those words.
Yeah, exactly. I heard worse to the show, for crying out loud.
Ecopage.
But
That's
the left told me the show was great. So did the people who were there enjoyed it? Maybe 1 or 2 didn't like it, but I mean, generally speaking, it was a pretty well received show.
He didn't say it wasn't funny.
Yeah, he said
it was really funny. He just found it a little edgy every once in a while. What else did you do?
Well, let's see. What else did I do? I talked about. I do a lot. If I open up, I do some crowd participation stuff. I talk to the crowd, and that's the way you have to do it. You kind of have to engage the crowd if you're the opening act to kind of get, especially a venue like that, to get them to kind of reciprocate and get some energy out of them. And so I asked this one girl who was about 20, and I go, "How old are you?" And she said, "I'm about 20." And I said, "Oh my goodness, that's young." I go, "I'm old enough to be your stalker." And I thought that was pretty funny. About diabetes, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, wait, you have to say that one again. Wait, you have to say that one again.
I go, "Keep in mind, if you're looking for a sugar daddy, I do have diabetes."
Oh.
I was going to read her mind, so I touched her head. And I touched her and I said, "Sweetheart, you don't understand. I am the last guy on earth," which I thought was very funny as well.
That is. That's great.
I just worked off the crowd, and there were a couple of veterans in the crowd, so I talked to them. And I personally, I thought the show was fantastic. But next time I'll take out the SH words, and I think we'll be okay. We'll see.
It is fantastic here. I mean, my God, this is gold. So,
and then
you know what? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, you went up and killed, and of course the crowd left happy, so we were good to go.
Yeah, we did. Although I killed, but that didn't keep people there. They still wandered. I had a core group that loved me, and about 25 that it was a big open outdoor area. They kind of wandered off. I was like the band that was okay, and people loved me except the people that left.
It wasn't your fault, Brad, and it wasn't your fault, Todd. Todd put Taco Bell in their minds, and then it's just.
Yeah, true. Well, I think what happened was he wanted a 2-hour show or somewhere thereabouts. So I did about 35 or 40, and then I did like a little joke contest. So Brad got on about 9:30 or 8:30, 8:40. And, by 9:30 on a weeknight, people are ready to go. He should have just started the show, like you said, and just kept the flow going, and then it would have been okay, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, no, the people that loved it, and they had a great time and stuff like that. So cool.
Great. So, yeah, if they don't like that, Brad, there's just no pleasing them. That's what I like to say.
That's right. We had a great show. So you owe us 4 minutes of jokes. Go.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to hear the joke that I told during the joke contest?
Yeah, we know that's clean.
Yeah, well, before I brought Brad on, Brad knows this obviously, but you guys don't. I brought up like 5 audience members and had them tell a joke, and we had like a joke contest, and the winner got a $10 gift card. That was kind of how I got the second part of the show rolling. And I started off with a joke, to get it going. So the joke I told was this. I said, Bill's at home one day around his house, and he gets a call from his lawyer. And he says, "Hey, Bill, this is your lawyer, Roger. I've got some bad news and I've got some good news." He says, "Well, okay, give me the bad news first." He says, "Well, unfortunately, Bill, the test results came back from the lab and your blood was found at the crime scene." He goes, "We're crying out loud. What's the good news?" He says, "Your cholesterol's down to 140.
Yeah. Todd Link. Everybody clap for Todd.
Very much.
Todd, you want to be done or you want to talk more?
Well, I was going to talk a little sports, but obviously I don't know if you guys likes. Well, I was going to talk about Schwarzenegger. You mentioned the Schwarzenegger joke earlier about the gym. It's like Arnold was very upset when news came out about him obviously knocking up the maid, but I think the reason he was upset was they couldn't find a picture of her 10 years ago when she was still good looking. That was why she was so upset. And about the gym's closing because it's mainly healthy people at the gym, right? It's people who like to work out and exercise. And while you're in the gym, it's not hard to stay 6 feet away from people. You just get on like every other, treadmill. That's fine. And when you're out on the floor working out, the equipment is far away from, it's at least 5-6 feet apart. So closing down the gyms to me is the one thing that doesn't make any sense. Restaurants, indoor places, fine. But gyms should the ones that should stay open, but that's just my personal opinion. Because I'm single and I got to stay in shape. That's the only reason I want him open. Like Brad, he'll let himself go a little bit, although he hasn't. Let me just
Vest is tight. My vest is very tight.
Yes, it is. And did you tie that tie yourself?
I did, but the vest I'm sucking it in this show because the COVID has got the vest very tight.
Yeah, but you're still shedding leeches like crazy.
I am.
I think God should just give us 6 more months on the end of our lives, right? After this year, just give us like 6 more months, kind of like a mulligan. We'll just add it on to the end of our lives. And
that's a good idea.
I think that's a really good idea. I think you should just do that. And the 2020 day planner I got, I'm getting a refund on that. This is just not working. I'm going to go over to Mead and hopefully get a refund on that.
Yeah, I want to get in on one of those joke contests and make $10.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that won the joke contest, it was kind of a tie. So I said, "Well, buddy, I'm going to give you the $10 gift card, but you got to buy the guy that finished second a beer." That was kind of the way I worked it because I'm a very impartial judge. I said, "Okay."
Was his joke good or did they all suck?
The jokes are actually pretty good. The one girl did a joke about blowing a seal. The old joke about that. I'm like, well, that's not quite family friendly, but it got a decent. But they're decent jokes. They're better than I was expecting. Put it that way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on. Let's hear it for Todd Link, everybody. Come on.
Yay!
Todd Link headlines all over the country, except when he's actually making real money working with Jimmy Walker. Because does that pay? Does Jimmy give you a couple bucks or?
I make as much working and opening for him as I do headlining. Put it that way.
That's what I thought. So,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, hi everybody. What? Go ahead. Talk.
No, I said been together for about 10 years now, and I told him he stuck with me now. He could have gotten rid of me 10 years ago, but he didn't, so he stuck with me now.
Oh, well, that is fantastic. Well, that's so sweet. Well, really, I wasn't kidding. Hey, if you want to talk to him, if he'd like to do this, that'd be great. And we'd love, because he is, I've always loved him, and I think that's great. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Todd Link. Yay! Beautiful job. I like it, and very funny stuff. I think the guy, because you said the S word, I think that's what did it. I think that if you'd have just not done that, I think you'd have been fine. I think you wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, I think your accent was overly graphic. I mean, that was fine, but who knows?
Yeah, so change, mister. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. It's that time. We know what time. Everybody know what time it is?
What time is it, Brad?
It is time for my my TikTok buddy and 1 minute with Jeff Shaw. Go, Jeff Shaw.
Yeah, you and I are TikTok buddies, and but my videos aren't really doing that well. For some reason, my videos of me lip syncing Sarah Cooper haven't taken off yet.
That is
But I'm trying to make it through the week. I'm kind of down this week. I've been ruminating over all the things that COVID has ruined for me, and it's even ruined like little things like my time travel fantasies. Before the pandemic, time travel fantasies were fun. Yo, man, if I had a time machine, I would go back to the Last Supper and warn Jesus about Judas. I'd be like, yeah, Judas, I'm here to betray you. How do you like them apples, son?
It's religious.
And I'm not doing it for 50 pieces of silver either. All I'm getting is an Amazon gift card, and you don't know what that is because you don't have a time machine. Booyah. I was thinking, if one of you Pauls, Jesus only needs one Paul, if one of you Pauls want to go back to the future with me, I'll turn you on to YouTube. If you've been digging Jesus's miracles, wait till you see Squirrel's water skiing. But thanks to the pandemic, now all my time travel fantasies are boring. Man, if I had a time machine, I'd go back to February and eat dinner at the Golden Corral. Then I'd go right up to the dessert bar and cough my head off. I'm Jeff Shaw, and that's been
Yay!
Yeah, Jeff Shaw, that's been one. And that was it. And that was pretty much about a minute. So that was really good. So, by the way, everybody, I've moved into the control room. You can see the guys working hard behind me. We've got to pay these guys and also all the comics. So anybody on YouTube or anybody listening to this, if you want to donate to the show, you can go to virtualcomedyshow.com and give money. I don't take any of that money. I give it to the comics that were here and stuff like that. So if you want to do that, that's great. Now, by the way, Steve, so let's go back to Steve for a second.
Hi.
Steve, do you have anything you'd like to do really quick before we close up?
I'd like to share a little 10-minute teaser of our big Halloween show. Here we go. We're going to run the 10-minute teaser. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Ooh, Igor, this is not my match. The vampire's ball is a swanky affair.
Master, I brought the shovels.
Good, Igor, good. And did you bring my latte?
Yes, Master. Skim milk, true splendor.
Good, Igor, good. Let's get started. Oh, yes, Igor, yes. Raise the platform. It's time.
Well,
We're hiding from ghosts. We're hiding from ghosts. Oh man, I think we're toast. We're hiding from ghosts.
Come inside.
What a face. Yeah.
That was lovely, Steve. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Well, thank you. So everybody,
Thank you.
What Steve was alluding to was that's the 1 minute teaser, the preview that is at ultimatehalloweenparty.com will get you there as of August 15th is the 10 minute full show that is 3 of the songs plus the house full videos that you can go see. And you can also, it's free, but then you can come back and you can buy a ticket for what you just saw. So, and that money does go to Steve and I to help us get to the Fringe next year, which costs about 10 grand.
Fringe next year. Fringe next year.
Fringe next year. Fringe next year. So, ladies and gentlemen, oh, by the way, I want to tell Todd something that I did a crowd thing. I talk about in my act that my wife is my best friend, and I talk about being attracted to people. And it's weird when people are attracted to me. And I say something in the show. I say, so where are the women that are attracted to me right now? And usually it's dead silence, or once in a while a woman will clap. So I did that in a show one time, and a 13-year-old girl started clapping, and I went, no, not you. So that was kind of nice. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody. Lauren, that was beautiful. Todd, very funny. Jeff Shaw, always a joy. That's why we want you here all the time. Steve Goody is amazing. I'm Brad Tassell. This is the Thursday Song. If you want to hang out after it's done and talk a bit, we'll stop the recording. We'll stop all that, and we'll do that. Thanks, man. Play it.
Every Thursday, it's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all of the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursdays.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year. And every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk bone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday,